was quite the cutoff there. That was like an Enveray cutoff.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Like, so I've got these things out again, and one of the things I'd forgotten is the starts are always kind of shite. Like, trying to get them to strike in like a normal pipe, it's just like, and then it's fine. And then the cutoffs are like,
Forever.
well, because you forget, like you plan for the amount of air that a great Highland bagpipe takes, and then you play the small pipes, and you're like, God, that thing's like half full, and this is going to take 5 minutes.
Yeah, you got to stop blowing way sooner. Oh, Jesus, watch out for that cord on your head there.
That's a close one.
He's thinking he's got USB headphones on, but he doesn't, ladies and gentlemen. So welcome to another edition of Chanarant Live.
Are you doing the intro today?
What the fuck? I don't know. It says show open Josh, but fuck him. He's not here. He's
the show open is
anyway.
The show open is typically odd or even like who's
that part,
fucked about what,
We're all fucked this week, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, ready? This will be for all the marbles. This will be the actual thing that you edit out. Ding later because the bell's broke.
We're gonna edit something out.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 127 of the Chanarant Podcast. My name is Josh, and with me, as always, is my bearded co-host, Mr. Andy Fuco.
That is me.
And, if you haven't tuned into the live stream and you're listening to the audio version, you haven't heard us say horrible things up to this point, so I'm going to let you know you have 5 seconds to tune away before we start.
We are the naughty podcast.
Yeah, we're naughty. You have 5 seconds to listen to something else. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Shit.
Fuss.
Cock balls.
Cock balls. Fucking schmegma.
Anal.
I don't know. Yeah. Shakesa. Listeners. Mad. That's when I play the Spanish fans. They comment just mad. Listeners can review the show on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, etc. You can send us emails and voicemails to be played on air. Like Chanarant on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or if you're Australian, Snapchat. Check out the Chanarant store at chanarant.com. We got some new stuff coming soon I'm very excited about. Become a patron at patreon.com/Chanarant because this show is brought to you by our patrons. Thank you.
We are slaves to no man.
We're slaves to 70-something men and women. Yeah. Thank you so much to everyone who supports the show. Literally keep the lights on here, especially nowadays. Yeah,
Josh is very broken. He's living off patron money.
So fucking broke. It's not even that I'm living off of it. So it's just like, oh shit, our domain has to get renewed. Oh fuck, thank God we have patrons.
SoundCloud is $200.
Yeah. Invite, share with your friends. Please, encourage people to become patrons. It really does mean the world to us. It helps us kind of keep the lights on, quite literally in this case, and continue to improve the quality of our little show. Auto open.
You know what's interesting? Can I say something a little different in my open?
You can do whatever you want, friend. It's our fucking show, and we have no guests. So guess what, everyone? Josh and Andy grab bag episode, motherfucker.
So, what's the most popular podcast in the world? Would you say?
Most popular podcast in the world.
The
biggest one? Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, absolutely.
I would say, yeah.
I was listening to him.
Do you listen to? How often do you listen? Like every 3 episodes, or like every fucking episode?
No, I listen to. I mostly watch him on YouTube, so I listen to clips of things that I think that are interesting.
Okay.
So Joe Rogan talks to this guy about this, so then I'll watch that. Yeah. Clip, basically, I can't say he's that show.
It's like a 3-hour show. Yeah. It's great if you're trying to get cleaning done.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm on a road trip, I would definitely do that. Or if it's somebody interesting, like he did a 3-hour episode with Maynard James Keenan, so I listen to that. But something like that. But anyway. He was talking about how he started in podcasting, and I found it interesting. He was talking about like advertising, versus patrons versus blah. Oh, fucking hell! All right, I guess we're starting over.
No, we're good. We'll pull it from here.
Jesus Christ. So anyway, he was talking about advertising and how he started to get ads, and his first big ad, you're not going to believe this. Have you seen this?
No.
Okay. The first ad he ever got when he said he was just dicking around back in the day. He just did it for fun and it cost him some money. He was like, I'm just doing it for fun. I don't care. It cost me a little bit of money for a website. He's like, his first ad that he ever got that blew up was Fleshlight.
No shit.
He got Fleshlight ad.
How do we not have
7 million followers?
How do we not have a Fleshlight ad though?
So I
feel like we talk about Fleshlights way more than Joe Rogan does.
We definitely do. He never talks about it. So he doesn't do them anymore. He said, and apparently the guy he was talking to, Sam Harris, also he was on the show back there. Then he was like conflicted about the Fleshlight ads and stuff. But anyway, ad fucking hit record.
Ignore what I'm doing. Tell your story.
So anyway, he was talking about Fleshlights, and then they made so much money after he started advertising for them. They like blew up huge. And then he said they started, he had to start asking for more. I was like, well, you guys are making money. I'm going to start asking for more.
Yeah.
And then it dissolved eventually. But anyway, point being, the other thing he was talking about was like not being a slave to anybody in particular. He's like, listen, I'm not going to change my show for you. I'm going to put my ads at the beginning. If people want to skip them, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Pay for it.
That's how it goes. I skip them.
You know,
it's like the first 5 minutes.
But this is what we do. So anyway, I found it interesting. We don't have to do that here, ladies and gentlemen. Although this episode is going to be a giant dojo ad.
Is it really?
There's something coming up that's super cool.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think that, you know, we get people that write us and like, oh, you know, y'all are fucking, you're edgy and you're funny and you're whatever. I can quite honestly say, as one of the cohorts of this fledgling organization, the only fucking reason we can be the way we are and deliver the opinions we do and the content we do is because we're not funded by advertisers. Like, if this was Chanarant Podcast brought to you by Octopussy Bagpipes, there's no fucking way we could get away with the shit we do. It would just be...
We would have had a talking to many times. Well, we get a talking to from Andrew now and again.
But but we make him money, so he doesn't care.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, like, there's no direct connection, right?
Yeah. It's like, so it's not sponsored by Dojo. We just support the products.
Right. Exactly. Like, so nobody has any say, which is... I don't know if that's good or bad. It might rein us in a little bit if we had to answer to somebody. But
I don't know, man. I think people get enough of that. Like, you know, and you know, if you're listening to this show right now, you feel free to fucking write us, chanarant@gmail.com. But I think that the general consensus among folks is like they're just tired of bullshit. You know, like I know I am, and not just in the piping world. I think just generally, I think people are tired of being fucking lied to. They're tired of shit being sugar-coated. They're tired of the edges being rounded off of life, because you can tell everyone the edges are rounded off of life, but they're not. The edges are still there. And if you're not planning to hit those edges, if you're not avoiding those edges because you think they're all rounded off, you're going to get fucking cut, dude. Like, that's just the way it is. Mm-hmm. I think that people nowadays are realizing more than ever that the dog days are fucking over, my friend. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like, just get used to it. And, you know, like, fucking A, man, it's your opinion. Like,
I'm going to bring this back to piping in a way. So this is a challenge for teachers, I think, of pipers. Do you be the nice guy or do you be the dick? So, like, obviously the dojo's gone the dick route, right?
Andrew
has.
But then real quick, do you think they're mutually exclusive?
Well, let me tell you where I'm going, and then we'll talk about that. So the thing that I struggle with sometimes is I'm very painfully all the time, painfully honest with people to a fault, and I don't even intend to very often. It just comes out sometimes the wrong way. But then there's like the people that are super nice and just like, hey, great job. Like, I don't remember who was telling us, but some people, I think it was Callum Beaumont. Some people just want to come and have a lesson and have a chat and then move on with their lives, and they're not that hyped up over like
they're not trying to compete. They're not. Yeah. They want to have it. They want to have a tune and like, fucking.
They want to talk to you too and have a sit with you and blah blah blah. Like, so it's such a dance to balance. Like, all right, this particular person, I don't have to be that hard on. I can just sort of like, let's have a chat and kind of go through some minor details and then move on with our lives. But then it comes to like the point of, like programs. So like take the dojo program versus going to like Piping Hot Summer Drummer or whatever, like any various program, where a lot of these guys are so incredibly nice, almost to a fault, where then they come to somebody who's a little more critical and it's like, yeah, but Jack Lee told me this. Yeah, but you're missing the perspective that he's coming at you with, whatever.
It tends to shoot your instruction in the foot, right? I mean, I do think that, like I asked you before, do you think they're mutually exclusive? I personally don't. I don't think the concepts of being like in pipe, and we're way out of fucking list here, but it's an interesting topic. Yeah, it's an interesting topic. I would say that I think, we've talked about it on the show, it's different strokes for different folks. And when I say different strokes for different folks, I don't mean like, oh, well, you're a nice pipe teacher and you're a mean pipe teacher, and you'll never be more than a nice pipe teacher or a mean pipe teacher, and that's how it is. When I say different strokes for different folks, I mean you're adjusting your style to the student for the most part. Like you gotta have that. You can't, to put it into the terms of the 8-hour fucking class I sat through today. Not everybody's bleeding to death. Not everybody has a tummy ache. Like, you have to fucking put people in categories and approach a situation, and you approach a student and like, hey, if all you're looking to do is sit on your fucking porch when you have friends over and like fiddly fuck through a couple 4/4s, like that's cool, man. I'm not going to try to hammer you into learning an MSR.
Right.
It's harder for us because we're so starved for numbers.
Well, from a band perspective, that's different.
And
I'm just talking
as a
teacher.
I think the lens we look through, though, is very much a band lens. Like I thought about this. I thought about this when I was doing, back before the world ended, when I was doing solo, like one-on-one solo lessons. People would come to my house because I just needed to get off your fucking plate. And I had people come in, and I'm like, this person's never going to play for the band. And I think that came across in the way I was teaching them. I don't think I taught them like, hey, you just want to learn to play fucking Amazing Grace. I'll teach you how to play fucking Amazing Grace. Like, let's just do this. I was like, here's the scaling exercise I want you to have mastered by next week. Yeah. And I do think we just you have to kind of adjust on the fly for those people that aren't that fucking serious about it. I think the problem comes in when you're like, well, if you're not that serious about it, why am I wasting my time? Which, from a band perspective, when we were just giving people lessons, like you come to Tuesday 5 to 6 and you'll get instruction. If you have someone that's never going to be in the band, at that point, I do think that's what created some burnout and created some frustration. Whereas if that person's fucking paying for the hour, they're paying for the fucking hour. Like, if I'm getting my 40 fucking bucks, I don't really care if you're going to join the band. If I'm spending an hour of my night Tuesday trying to show you that however you learned it at the fire department wasn't the right way, I think that's when you start to get that animosity. It starts to build inside of the instructor.
Here's a good example of that, though. You go to like a fire department clinic, say, or whatever, any clinic where any pro shows up. I want to name names because they all do it.
They
all do it.
But like, just create a generic pipe instructor. Just so Seamus
Johnny McRab.
Johnny McRab.
and he tells you, because he's gonna see you for 3 days and then he's gonna disappear, and
for like a year usually.
All he needs is his reputation to be not even a fun guy, just a nice guy that people want to be around. So fame plays a part in this.
Yeah.
So a lot of these guys who have remarkable fame in the piping career, people just want to be around them, which do it, man. Live that up. That's your fucking living. But it also creates false expectations,
I think it's
reality,
false confidence.
Confidence.
I think false confidence is the biggest issue, because you get someone who's
Johnny McRab told me this. I'm like, yeah, but
he also doesn't fucking think you're going anywhere.
I mean, he doesn't. You're playing with him for a weekend, and he just wants you to play.
It's like Johnny McRab told me I'm doing this really well, and I'm like, yeah, it's because if he told you were shite, you wouldn't pay him next week. Like, you have to keep in mind there's a certain thing there.
Well, and I hate to be cynical and say that that's absolutely what they're doing, but I'm sure there's some of that. I mean, but that's my negative side of me thinking like everybody lies to me. So
all of the people that I have taken solo lessons from were absolute cocks to me. Like 10 out of 10. No, they were just dickheads. 10 out of 10, because I responded well to that. Like when someone says, no, that's fucking wrong. Do it this way. Do it right. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I don't care. It doesn't faze me. I don't have to have a 5-minute session of like you apologizing for hurting my feelings before I just play it fucking right. I'll get mad, but that's okay. I just play it right. Like, it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to not hire you unless you're a cokehead. But like, it's like, that's what when I say different strokes for different folks, like I respond well to that kind of shit. If you tell me like, hey, asshole, like you're fucking doing it wrong, like you should know better, do this. I'm like, fuck, okay. Like, I'll fucking do better. I'll do this. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like very clear cut instructions. If you're wasting 5 minutes buttering me up to tell me the thing that I should be doing differently, I'm mad because you're wasting my time. You're wasting my money.
Well, I agree. I'm like you. Like I'm better with direct, even
impartial. I
wouldn't say insulting.
I would say just impartial. Just
direct. Like sometimes it comes across like, because everybody's ego is so tied up in their performance that they're like, they take it as an affront. And sometimes, I mean, we all fall to that sometimes, but I try not to. But generally,
my ego is very much tied up in performance, but I'm not in performance when I'm sitting across from a fucking teacher.
Yeah, but a lot of people struggle with that separation.
Yeah,
I think.
Like, no, I'm here to fucking make mistakes. Like,
yeah, absolutely. But then you deal with. So sometimes, again, I have the reputation of being harsh, and sometimes in a funny way, people are sort of joke around like, oh, and I do it on purpose. Sometimes I just fuck with people just to be funny.
Which is also funny because I have never seen you like be harsh to someone. Not to the scale, not the scale that I would consider to be harsh.
Not to the reputation that I have.
Yeah.
Like, so people give me a hard time about like just giving him shit or like, oh, he never says anything nice. I'm like, that's not true. but people only hear the negative.
When you showed up, I said hi. That was a nice thing that I said.
Nice.
I said thanks for coming. That was positive
I can't even
reinforcement.
tell you how many people I never say hi to. Like I had a reputation in band like years ago for like never even greeting.
But you're also
like that's not my job. Let somebody else greet people.
We've talked about this on the show. You're a miserable cunt when it comes to like interpersonal interaction. You're like, I just want you to play music. Once you up,
my mic up,
yeah. Like once you start to play good, then I'll give a shit.
Right.
Well, that's not even good. Once you start to play like average.
Well, it doesn't even have to be good. It just has to be average. I'm with you on that.
Like if you can blend, you're never going to hear a cross word from me.
So what I think, I know this is such a back ass word kind of way of saying it, but if I don't say anything to you, that means I'm happy with you. So just take that as a win.
Although I will say this, like it also contradicts one of my main tenets, which is like if I'm fucking with you a lot, it means I like you.
Yeah.
Like, so it's one of those things where it's like, if I don't talk to you at all, I probably don't fucking like you.
Well, that's the other thing too. People misinterpret that too.
Or I'm too busy. Y'all got to keep in mind, man. Leadership has a lot going on. We're spinning fucking plates, bro.
Yeah, that's well in a band setting.
If I didn't take time to like step aside, give you a hug, ask you how your sick cat's doing, and like finger your butthole, like that's because I'm busy. I got 3 hours and a lot of shit to do.
I know, but would Joe Brady do that? Would he finger your butthole?
No, he would finger the butthole. He would.
Dude, I very often like that's. I think that's what people
But
want.
But
I
Joe
don't
Brady,
have it in me.
Dude,
I can't hug you and finger your butthole every time you walk into band.
but you gotta keep in mind, Joe Brady
we're
is
at zero when you walk in.
Joe Brady is fucking folding napkins at a feast. We're carving spoons at a famine, dude. Like, it's a very different situation that we're in.
Very
you know? Like,
yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I would love to fucking just. Oh, hello. Oh my God. How's Aunt Sally? How's Phil? Oh, how's the cat? How's this going? Well, are you ready to play bagpipes today? That's superb.
Yeah.
But
we just wasted 5 minutes where we could have been practicing because you suck.
I got 6 people who haven't played all fucking week. I need you on your pipes. Like, now. Like, get your shit together. I'm going to spend my first 5 minutes hemping your shit for you. Like, I need you to get on the ball, mate.
I just thought it was interesting.
And this is only going to get worse as I get more fucking. Because let me tell you about this current course of education I'm on.
Oh boy,
it is fucking brainwashing. 100%. Like rote memorization, brainwashing technique. Like you do this, you do this, you do this, so that everyone's all doing the same thing across the world, everywhere.
Yep.
Just like departments, just like police departments, just like military, just like all that shit. That's what it's gonna fucking be like. Like we're gonna come out of quarantine, and I'm gonna be so much more of an asshole. I'm gonna be poor. I'm gonna be angry.
Yep.
I'm gonna come to practice after a 12-hour shift of getting shit on by like people, like literally
shit on,
literally feces. Like,
oh, it's gonna be so bad.
Like you think I'm gonna come to practice after like going home to quickly shower and then rushing to the church and then like want to take it easy on you because you haven't played your pipes in 2 weeks? Oh my God.
Yes, I love coming here and wasting my time. It's awesome. I could be home.
It's superb. I could be home sleeping for the first time in 3 days.
Yeah, whatever. But either way, I just thought it was interesting.
We diverged, but I think that's an interesting topic. I'm interested to know what people think. So if you're listening and you have some input, I see people in the chat. My favorite quote so far, this may be the title, is 6 Degrees of Fleshlight Separation from Kelly Sheehan. This might be the first time we got a title from chat.
We're not that far off of
but
Joe
we haven't
Rogan.
even gotten
6 degrees of separation.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to the topic yet. I do want to get Joe Rogan on the podcast, but I had to trick him into thinking we're successful.
Once he moves to Texas.
Have we hit 100,000 yet? We're damn close.
We're getting damn close. We're about 95,000. Listen, you advertisers, we don't want you anyway. Just because we reach more people than any podcast, probably combined, I would guess at this point. Sorry, Rab.
Well, our structure is more based on like Al Qaeda. We're gonna have cells of people funding our operations.
Right.
No state sponsor.
That works. So, I don't know. Should we go on through the list? I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we haven't really touched it at all. So first thing first, I was talking earlier about a life update. Mm-hmm. I'm drinking tonight because I had my first big fucking test for my EMT class.
Yeah. Did you win?
I did pretty good. I got second.
Second place?
I got second.
Yeah, first loser.
Yeah, first loser. So I think the only person that beat me got a 90, I got an 85, and the next closest person got a 60. So it's not the end of the world. But holy shit, dude. Hey, fucking, oh my God. It's just rote memorization of like all the parts of your body that are trying to fuck you.
Right. Which is all of them.
I wear a helmet when I leave the house now.
It scared you into submission.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what somebody told me once. When I was working in the banking industry, I was learning, and many people, I've never actually talked about this, but I was a Series 7 licensed stockbroker, technically, with the bank that I worked for.
Yeah. Was this in the WF days?
This was the Wells Fargo days, yeah. And in Citibank as well, but it started with Wells Fargo. And so I had working on a test. They put you through a program to take the test, blah, blah, blah. And the test is insane. It's like 6 hours, 2-3 hour sessions. Really difficult. I think I got like an 87 on it. I'm pretty sure. It was somewhere in the 80s.
Did it piss you off?
Doesn't matter. What's that?
Did it piss you off?
The test?
Yeah, dude, I can't remember the last time I got less than a 90 on something. It fucking is infuriating.
For this, I was pretty happy because it's such a difficult test. And to even get like in the B range was pretty significant. So I went back to the guy that was sponsoring me. So when you're a stockbroker person, you learn under somebody. So you got to be sponsored by somebody. So I told him like what I got. And he's like, oh, dude, like passing is like 70. You study too hard. You spent too much time. Like nobody cares it doesn't matter. All that matters
that's like college in a nutshell. Like nobody cares what your grades were. You have a fucking degree, right?
Like it's all. Nobody looks at like you got a fucking B in physics or whatever the fuck. So
I remember worrying about my fucking GPA when I was graduating. It's like nobody gives a shit. Like what internships did you do? Like what portfolio do you have? Like, nobody fucking cares.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No one's like, hey, what was your high school GPA? If someone asks you what your high school GPA is on a job application, you don't want that fucking job. Like, that's just it.
Yeah, there's no way they're asking that question at all. So all that matters, generally speaking, what I learned from college is I spent way too much on my college because I made zero contacts that got me into anywhere that was useful. And then it does. I would say if you're going to college, it matters if you go to Harvard because you make a lot of good contacts. It doesn't matter if you go to an expensive school that nobody knows about.
Well, yeah, I would say go to
a state college.
Go to college. Okay.
Spend as little money as possible because
and it's going to be very interesting because I think the entire collegiate system is going to be destroyed by this because like they're not even like you're still paying full tuition and you can't even go to fucking campus, right? Like
oh yeah.
So it's one of those things where like I think the whole system is going to be kind of knocked down a peg, which it deserves to be because you shouldn't be in debt for $500,000 for degree that's going to get you a $30,000 job, Like,
yeah, I'm going to go work on Amazon with a business degree.
Bullshit, yeah. And guess what? No, now you're not essential. So our marketing director, I don't need you to come to work. Like, we're not fucking putting out any marketing right now. Like, like when you have like a VP of logistics and marketing that's like, I got to deliver pizzas.
I hate it when conservatives are right, but Mike Rowe was right about this. Just go get a fucking go to a technical college. Dude,
why do you think
learn how to do something real?
Why do you think I'm doing what I'm doing, man?
Unlike me and fucking Cobra, we're like goddamn teaching goddamn music.
Like one, it's something I always wanted to do. Two, it's like, man, I could always do the shit I used to do. Here's the thing. You knew me when I was working full time doing advertising, freelance or paid, doesn't matter.
Yep.
I could get everything done I needed to get done in like 20 hours.
Instead of 40, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, so...
But that's not your problem. That's not their... Wait.
So...
That's not your problem.
there's nothing stopping me from having a full-time job and also doing all the shit that I used to do.
Right. Normally. Because if you're efficient at it, what does it matter? They expect this work to get done.
Well, people say, oh, well, it's only going to take you 2 hours to make this graphic. It's like, yeah, but what you're paying for is the 10 years it took me to learn how to make this in 2 hours. Of course,
yeah. That's a famous quote or whatever, but you're not paying for the half an hour I'm spending on this project. You're spending for the training.
Was the old quote about a band? It's like, oh, well, you don't want to pay $1,200 for the band. Why don't you get 6 plumbers out here on a Saturday night and see what each of them charges you hourly?
Exactly. Yeah. It's a thing, man. It's crazy, but
yeah. So anyway, my life update is I'm still broke, but I'm learning shit, and I did okay on my test, and I actually got
congratulations. I'm proud of you.
I actually got to meet my instructors, my classmates in person.
Wow.
Dude, it was great. I feel gypped because I had to pay the same amount to do the class online. Right. And I can already tell that if you're doing it weekly in person, you get a way better experience. But
obviously, definitely.
But that's what everyone that is paying $20,000 to go back to college next semester is about to find out, motherfucker.
Yeah. The college still makes the same money, and which is, God, what a scam. I mean, I respect
colleges
the idea
have always been
of higher education.
Like,
I appreciate higher education, but
you can get it on the internet for free.
You could do it yourself.
Yeah,
as Goodwill Hunting said.
I mean, I have a
person $40,000 on education. You could have got it.
I have a person I will not out, but it's an individual that I know.
Is this Kelly Sheen we're talking about?
No. His stepdaughter is enrolled in college. I think it's like sophomore year in Washington D.C., but they live here. So they had already put down the lease and payments on the apartment that she was going to live in Washington D.C., which is not fucking cheap, mind you. And they just got the notification today, in July 31st, when school starts, first week of August, that no, it's all online. So now they still got to pay for that fucking apartment.
They signed the lease?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, that apartment's still getting paid for, whether they're fucking using it or not, you know?
Who is this?
You don't know this person.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, man, it's fucking crazy out there.
It's nuts.
Everything. What we're finding out is everything is bullshit.
Everything is bullshit. The world's a scam. Burn it down.
Yes, let's destroy everything and start over.
Starting with the RSPBA. So yeah, I brought it back to bagpipes.
Go to that building and burn that fucker down. Oh, wait, shit.
So real quick, I put a note here because I made a comment before the show started about what it's like drinking Bushmills this long. Because my first sip of Bushmills was rough.
Yeah, man. We've been drinking it for 3 years now.
Dude, I still think Bushmills is better than Jameson.
It definitely is. Wrong. No doubt. Jameson sucks.
But I hadn't had Bushmills since last week when apparently we drank an entire bottle, and I'm assuming we're going that fucking way.
I can't, dude. I can't. I can't black out again. I black out every fucking week.
Just fucking 2 for 1 like we used to do.
I'm trying to fucking spread it out.
But yeah, the way I would describe it is like, you know, like you long for a thing that's familiar, right? You're like, yes. Oh man, like think of Bushmills as like an ex. And you're like, man,
which one?
Our sex was
the dirty whore or the
doesn't matter, because trust me, listen to the end of the story.
Oh, okay.
Like drinking a booze that you drank a lot and you miss. You're like, oh man, I haven't had that in a while. I missed that. Then you drink it and you're like, fuck, it actually wasn't that good to begin with.
It's like revisiting an ex. Yeah, it's like, man, my distortion in my head was that it was so amazing.
No, it wasn't.
Because
I remember like you know, today I came home and like I swung by, I got some booze 'cause I'm going camping, so I got some bourbon. And like I had a bourbon while I was cleaning up before he got here, and then I switched to the Bushmills after my bourbon. I was like, fuck, dude, I thought that old familiar Bushmills would be great, but oh my god, that new bourbon's so much better. Jesus Christ. I still like it better than Jameson.
Dude, I don't like bourbon at all. Like
Jameson's
I much prefer
Jameson's just that one night stand you threw up on, I guess.
Yeah, Jameson's just that. Yeah.
We should do like an episode. It's like, you know, all whiskeys as like a chick you fuck.
Let's just describe them all. Yeah, absolutely. Fuck yeah.
Which one is Old Smuggler? Never mind. Mention it off air.
Oh, I've got an answer for that. I think we both do.
Okay, so we're pretty far into the episode, but let's just crush through some news and updates because we want to get to the topic. And the topic this week is the future. It's Chanaran podcasts. Yeah. I can't predict the future of the United States of America or the world, but I think I have a pretty good idea of what I kind of want, and I'm interested to see what you want as well. We've discussed this in passing, but you know,
no, we've had meetings. We've had meetings,
but like, why not make content out of it?
Sure, why not?
Let's
let the audience in on our thought process.
What was the old thing?
Nothing else to
what
talk
was the old
about
thing when we were traveling with the band that shall not be named? Everything's content, baby.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah, it's just how you edit it, which we're going to get to when I get to the fail and win of the week.
Yeah, that's one of them. Mine.
No, but you'll see.
Okay, so real quick, I want to do an update on the Chanter Rant Discord. So I talked to you about this briefly. The Discord server it's kind of an end all be all of nerds, essentially. I would say I've been playing with it for a while. I recently did some updates to it. It's a great place for fans of the show, patrons of the show to go chat. Like, we're sharing memes. I have a channel that I'm super proud of that will never be used for the next 6 months, which is a travel competition channel.
Oh.
And the idea is that if you're traveling, you could reach out to other Chanaranners and be like, hey, I'm going to be in Ventura. Anybody got a couch I can crash on? Like, whatever. You know what I mean? And that'll be a way for people to kind of meet up and do stuff. So if you want to...
But do you think Discord is the place to do... Like, everybody's all over the place.
I know, but I think... I mean,
I understand why, but young people would use it.
I think that Discord... Using the Discord server has... And this is not to insult anyone. I think it's definitely filtered out, like, the more tech-savvy people from the less tech-savvy people.
Sure.
And, like, being less tech-savvy isn't, like, an insult. It's just, like, you know, you don't want to fuck around with apps. You got better shit to do. Yeah. You know? Like,
sure.
You don't want to fuck around with 10 apps. You got better shit to do.
Right.
That's not the end of the world. I don't necessarily want people saying, hey, you can crash with me on the Facebook page because it's pretty open and you're going to get fucking murdered.
Yeah, I play in a pipe band. Sure.
Yeah. But anyway, so we've updated the news. There's the competition and travel section, which isn't very useful now, but maybe we've got, our meme page where people can post. Rob McCallum, if he can ever figure out how it works, and post all the nasty shit that he's posted on Facebook there.
That fucking guy.
And then, we're just we talk about episode discussions.
This is what I'm excited about. Number D.
Gaming. Yes.
Because that's the whole point of Discord. It's a gaming channel, a gaming system.
Well, it was created for gaming.
Right. I mean, it's become much more than that now, but. Sorry.
That's okay. So we're getting off the whiskey now.
We're getting there. No, I'm back to beer. I'm sticking with
But
beer.
no, it's just a fun place to chat, ping your phone. It's a little more streamlined, and it's a little more all inclusive as far as everything in one place.
What would our drum corps say about another thing pinging their phone?
Dude,
motherfuckers.
We can get into that if you want to put that in the notes.
Dude, I've got a message from a friend of mine, a teacher. We'll get it. Fuck.
Yeah. Put it in the notes. Put it in the notes.
All right, I'll put it in the
notes. Put it after everything else. But so if you want to join the Discord server, I think we posted on the social channels links that don't expire. It's good fun. If you're a patron, just message one of us when you get in, so we can add you to the correct. Because we do have a patron only chat that's locked to non-Patreon people. But yeah, it's been fun the past week or so. I think people have been driving. People were sending each other music to try to get help, changing time signatures and shit. I think it has potential.
It has potential.
It has potential to be something that's a little nerdier.
The trick is
a little more
music
focused, a little more
It's just another thing you got to deal with, and that's the only issue that I.
Eventually it could be. For example, the social media channels, I have feed right into it as a chat because I just I get tired of fucking checking 7 things.
Oh, dude, it's so annoying.
So if you're tired of checking on every single app, the Discord might be for you. It's just there is a curve. There's a bit of a learning curve, but that's because most people aren't familiar with server-based communication stuff. And but it's fucking user friendly, and it's very mobile friendly, which I like.
Yeah.
And I also want to do a couple experiments with. They have video chat,
audio and video.
They have video chat and streaming too, which is pretty interesting. But one of the things is when you do crossplay, let's say we like to game. When you do crossplay, you could do a voice channel on the Discord, and then if you don't have to worry about not being in an Xbox party because one of them's on PlayStation,
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
We'll probably use Discord when we do. We are going to do probably in August the first ever Chanarant and Jackbox. If anybody's familiar with Jackbox, a funny trivia game thing. So one of the things we're going to do for the patrons is we're going to do a Jackbox game.
Cool. Yeah.
I think it's only 8 people per game, but anyone anyone above those 8 can sign in and spectate. So, and it's going to be the most obscene shit. I play with Sheehan, and I've played with my girlfriend's family before, and I'm too obscene for them when it comes to some of these games, especially when drawing dicks on t-shirts and whatever. But our audience, it'd be great.
Yeah, no.
So that's coming in August. We're going to do a Jackbox night. But yeah, just consider checking it out. That's way too much time to give to it. Just look up the fucking link, try it. If you don't like it, don't use it.
Yeah, but try it.
It's like meth. Try it. If you don't like it,
it's like my dick. Just try it. Just the tip.
Just the tip. Just see how it feels.
All right. So let me tell you something exciting that's coming.
I'm very excited.
Are you excited?
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Fucking hell. So this is something, and this is going to sound like an ad read, and it's not.
Oh, I can go pee, can't I?
You can. If you need to, go for it. But Andrew Douglas has organized.
I could definitely use a little.
Has organized the first Pipe Major Symposium. And I think this is brilliant, besides being a masterful stroke of genius from a business standpoint. But he's organized the first Pipe Major Symposium. So what he's done is gotten 3 significant pipe majors together to do a class at the dojo for a weekend. It's September 12th, 13th, I believe. He's got Rob Matheson, if you don't know him, legendary pipe major of Shots and Dykehead. And then he's got Alan Bevan from SFU, the current pipe major of SFU. And then the biggest one of all, in my opinion, is Stuart Little. He's signed up Stuart Little to be part of this thing. And so essentially what this is for leadership of bands to learn what these guys do, their tips, their tricks, their concepts for running a top grade band. Now, it's not all just top grade stuff. It's how to be efficient as a pipe major, how to it doesn't matter that you're prepping for a parade at some, police function or, playing a competition or whatever it is. It's about being a better pipe major, how to run your organization a little bit better, all those kind of things. So this thing I think is huge. Like it's...
And it's definitely not horseshit.
But it's never been done before. But I highly suggest Leadership of Bands. Check this out. We have a special offer that the dojo is given just to us.
I see people asking if the price has gone down, and it
has thanks to us.
I'd say for you, it has.
If you go in, if you want to sign up for this thing, and you type in the promo code 1of the6, not hashtag 1of the6, just one of the six, all lowercase.
Never type hashtag into a URL or a promo code.
You get an extra $100 off. That is, I'm not gonna tell you what it is. $749 total.
But you can bring guests too. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
Yeah, so there was a recent thing sent out where you can bring, I think, 2 guests on one registration. Pipe sergeant or a lead tip or something like that, which I think is fucking genius.
That's a great idea, yeah.
So really you're looking at like $200 a person?
Listen, if you could sit in a room with Stuart Little, Alan Bevan, and Robert Matheson for a weekend and just pick their brains. So
that's the thing, it's private, it's not group.
No, it's 100%. There's only 20 people allowed. I believe that the limit is 20. Everybody gets a session with each of the pipe majors, 2 sessions with each of the pipe majors for a half an hour each, the whole weekend.
And
everybody, you get to sit with Stuart Little for a half an hour and pick his brain about running a fucking band, man.
I can guarantee you that it costs a lot more to fly them boys out.
Oh yeah, you want Stuart Little for a week?
I've done it before.
I can tell you, we've done it. You want? Should we let alone all 3?
Okay, should we just take some CR money, buy a session, and record it because we can't get them on the show? They tune in.
They would have to talk to us.
Like they tune in and we're just like, welcome to episode 128 of the Chan and Ram podcast.
We'll get them each for a half an hour. Like they got to answer whatever the fuck we say. That's not a bad idea.
Would you get fired?
I better run this by.
Possibly.
I better run this by Andrew before I say this.
You might get fired.
But I don't think you would care if we paid and
hey, as long as he gets his nut, right? Like,
I mean, it's not. We're not going to like fucking show them butthole pictures of Rob McCallum. We're going to actually talk to them, but we're going to record it.
How fucking funny would that be?
That would be funny.
If we just bought the session.
I'm going to ask him. I'll ask him. I mean, what the hell?
Because like the band's not going to be able to buy it. Like, there's no fucking
no. But this is what we're hoping for is that like bands want to help their leadership to get better at leadership.
Also,
right?
What happens when our podcast that has been essentially ostracized by members of our band is the only thing that can afford to get leadership training? For the leadership of the band.
Currently now, yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll be there either way, but man,
this does raise some interesting possibilities.
It does, yeah.
And some men just like to watch the world burn.
I tell you what, though, this is an amazing opportunity for pipe majors, pipe sergeants, presidents, whatever the fuck people run bands. Like, go find out how these guys do it, man.
Let me qualify. Let me qualify, and
just
not
a
to
grade 1 opportunity.
Not to like shit on you sucking Andrew Douglas's dick.
It's not about that. I think this is actually fucking good.
I would say that I think it's great. I would honestly focus more on musical leadership. If you're going to have someone take this, based on the description that I've received, focus on musical leadership.
Oh, it's intended for pipe majors, pipe sergeants.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because fucking, you can send your band president, but fucking Stuart Little's not going to talk about like filing your 501c3.
No, of course not.
So I think you should really, if you're going to do it, focus on a leadership perspective, musical leadership especially. And yeah, I think they just, and don't fucking quote me, but I think I just got the thing that said like today or yesterday, it said that they're going to allow guests where it's like if you're a pipe major and you sign up, you can bring like your pipe sergeant and if you ask nicely, like your tip.
Just the tip?
Yeah. And the only reason, and you have to ask nicely because nobody wants fucking drummers.
Yeah, they won't shut the fuck up.
Tapping on the fucking table the whole Zoom call. I'm talking to you, Cobe.
I'm sure they'll mute him. Dude, I tell you what. We brought Stuart Little out. It did not cost us. It cost us way more than $750.
And it was worth every penny.
Worth every penny. Just to fucking listen to people tell you how they how they were successful. And these are things that you can apply to your grade 4 band or your parade band and how to be efficient, how to be better at what you do. That's all I want to say. I think it's a great opportunity.
I don't know, and I will say this: like we brought Stuart out, but I don't think like we didn't have a lot of ulterior motive.
No, it was purely because It was purely.
We wanted to hang out with Stuart
I wanted
Little.
to hang out with Stuart Little, and I wanted to listen to him play in person because I've never heard him play in person.
We brought him out because like holy shit,
100% selfish.
I mean, because the whole point of the concert is like, yeah, we're going to expose people to fucking just baller piping,
Right?
Not just the audience.
No, us
band
too.
as well. Yeah,
more the band. That was the whole intention of the whole concert.
And it just happened to turn out that he was like a super fucking fun guy to hang out with.
Oh yeah, he was.
And
fucking
we
great.
shot a bunch of shit while he was in town, and that was great. Like,
yeah, but all these,
if he'd been a royal fucking asshole, we still would have gotten plenty of material out of it. I mean,
so far we've had no.
That reminds me. Did
assholes.
I tell you I found the fucking Ali interview stuff?
I would no, but
I just found it.
I know it exists.
I just found it. I've been cleaning off the dead hard drive. I just found it.
Well, I would love to see it and have it produced in some way that's useful.
God, I forgot about how just terribly monochromatic that dressing room was.
Well, it's a giant fucking mirror with giant lights. That's all there is.
And beige. It's all beige. Which,
listen, just
Jason Paggio disappeared into, but Ali stuck out like a fucking Q-tip with a cap on.
his skin tone was just blending into the fucking.
Well, let's burn through some shit.
Well, hold on. Repeat the fucking code. Listen, go to the Pipe Major Symposium, Piper's Dojo, blah, blah, blah. Type in the promo code.
We can make a link. I just haven't done it yet. But yeah, if you go,
there's a link as well.
Look up the Pipe Major Symposium, Piper's Dojo. We can make a link. The link will be, because
it's going to be,
it'll be chainerant.com/
one of the 6.
What do you want? What do you want it to be? chainerant.com/ dildo.
/ fleshlight.
Fleshlight?
I don't care. Whatever.
Okay. Yeah, no one's going to enter that into their search history. chainerant.com/
Rob McCallum would.
Learnt. We'll post it on social when it's live. But yeah, if you are signing up for the symposium, use the code one of the 6. You get some fucking money off.
You get $100 off. We're the only ones that have this. Andrew told me today we're the only ones that have the extra $100 off. I'm telling you,
so what was the $100 that Rab put on his show?
Fuck Rab. Don't tell me that. Andrew lied to me if that's the case.
Two-timing dojo hope.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's scoot along. So the Patreon happy hour this month is the 22nd. Well, not this month, but when this comes out, August.
Starting tomorrow.
The August Patreon happy hour is on the 22nd. Fucking swing by. It's good crack. We had a good time.
Yeah, we always have a good time.
Yeah, just shooting the shit with people, talking about music, doing whatever.
I'll try to bring in somebody famous next time. Unlike Cameron.
Yeah, get someone really famous. Did you see that I removed the links? I removed all the Play for Sheets links because I gave him a month to give me Stephen McWhorter.
No, I didn't notice they were gone. But
it's all gone, baby.
Listen, Cam Dizzle.
If you're out there,
make it happen, Captain.
I'm not promoting your business until you fucking give me Steven. And I know I've sent you business, you asshole.
Oh, I know.
track that
I know
shit.
for a fact.
I track that shit. So give me Steven.
Listen.
And they just raised their prices too. So
yes, they did.
Guess what? Fucking Aaron McLean will do it for free, guys. We'll give you his link.
We'll give you Aaron McLean's link. That guy will be busier than shit. But
I'll give you a link to him if
that guy plays in.
If Cammy doesn't get me fucking Stephen McWhorter.
Stephen McWhorter's never won a Grand Slam.
I'm gonna send him a fucking like letter. It's all cut out in magazine magazine letters. Everyone's gonna go to chainerant.com/McLean and it's just gonna be a direct to his email.
How many Grand Slams did McLean say he won? 2 or 3? 3, I believe.
Dude, at a certain point,
McWhorter's never won a Grand Slam. So I tell you what,
at a certain point, even our audience doesn't want to watch you jerk off that much. Like.
But the point is, I mean, maybe McLean's the better guy to go to. I don't know. I mean, he's never won a solo drumming championship, as far as I know.
He's also never gotten a Stephen McWhorter. So. Who wants to make the most money off of being our friend? Get me Steven.
We need Steven. Make it happen.
I don't care. He can sign on for 10 minutes and tell me to go fuck myself. That's fine.
Yeah, 30 seconds. I don't care.
So, getting through the last few news things that we have, because it's been an hour already, probably. The Chicago games are going online, and I have some interest. Did you read this article?
I did not.
Okay. So, essentially, I believe the model that they're moving to is they're going to do videos of past performances, similar to what we did for the Vegas Games Quarantine Kaylee video, the big long one that I killed myself on for no reason. And then do an online contest format where it's like, bands, soloists, whatever. There's not a lot of details right now, but it's, I don't think the thing's till October. Maybe I could be wrong there. Cobra might be able to tell me.
I'm sure he'll chat up.
But, yeah. I have some thoughts on this, but I want to get your thoughts first because what do you think about And the release they sent out, I'm going to call it a release because it played very PR in my professional experience. And it was like, we're going to continue. We're not going to miss our year. We're going to continue our 34-year tradition by having an online games where we show videos from last year and have online contests for bands and soloists and blah, 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 blah. Not very many details on the logistics of the online band and soloist stuff, but, it's like, it's 2 months away. Like, they got time.
I know other places doing this. The Loon Mountain is doing this in September. I know some of my students are talking about competing there because they're doing a whole solo contest for Loon Mountain, which is in New Hampshire. So I want to do like a it's a thing.
Participant opinion versus an organizer opinion. Because I didn't do my games specifically.
Well, they're not doing bands, so it's hard for me to say anything other than solo contests work because we've seen it. It's been working.
Yeah.
So it works. I mean, it's easier for them other than they got to record themselves and then put themselves in or show up.
But for the organizers of the event, they have that doesn't matter to them at all because it's being handled by an association.
No,
right?
no. These are separate people like handling it. They're hiring their judges. They're handling it as their own organization. So like,
it's not the people who run the games.
It's the people that run the games that are doing it, not the association.
Is it sanctioned then?
I don't think anything's sanctioned right now because there's no rule that says online counts as sanctioned. So I would say no. I mean, I don't know that for a fact. Don't quote me, but it doesn't seem possible that they're sanctioned. But there's been so many online solo competitions at this point. It's like every weekend. I mean, it's almost every weekend. And I know a lot of people participating in them. And they're all over the world, and people all over the world can participate. You can be in Australia and come and go to the Yuri Chisholm one or whatever the fuck it is. There's a million of them. So the games are now trying to get in on that. So like, hey, we could still keep our name in the lexicon of like, hey, our games is not happening physically, but we're out there on the internet. It keeps competitors knowing that you're there. It keeps, I don't know about, nobody's watching this. Nobody's sitting in fucking New Hampshire watching solo competitions on the internet, I don't think, because they're not doing it live. So, but it keeps something happening. I don't know. From a participant standpoint, from a pipe major standpoint, means nothing because there's no band thing at all. But from a solo competitor and as a teacher of soloists, it gives them something to play for. And this is the biggest issue we're having when we're in a pandemic is people have nothing to play for, so they don't play. Right? So it gives them something to do. It gives them something to like practice towards. You and I are both in a 100-day challenge. We're prepping for the August 15th, whatever the fuck it is.
So close.
Like it's not going swimmingly, but
2
it's
weeks
going
from
okay.
tomorrow.
Yeah, is it that close?
Yeah. Well, trust me, you still have a leg up.
Shit, it's coming up close. But anyway, my point being that like it's been nice to have something to play for. Like at least I'm practicing every day because I have some reason to try to do something. And so that at least that's something, which reminds me, I was talking to Cameron recently, just a couple days ago, about I don't remember what it was, but he's like, so how you guys taking this fucking, are we doing this thing for real on August 15th? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. Doing it. He's like, are you guys taking this seriously, or is this like are you guys doing a typical Chanarant thing? I'm like, no, I think we're taking it seriously.
We're going to do our best. Our best isn't fucking silver Channer, but like,
no, we're not going to fucking show up at the Glenfiddich, but we're going to play and we're
keep
practicing.
In mind that, it's lower grade players.
I'm grade 2 at best.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that means.
I'm like bottom of the barrel grade 3, dude. Like,
it's not going to be brilliant, but we're not just fucking Chanaranting ourselves.
No.
But anyway,
well, we're gonna play very seriously, and then the record button's gonna get hit stop, and then we're just gonna bev up and just shoot the shit as we always do.
Exactly.
Like,
and we're gonna talk shit about Doogie because that's what we do.
Yeah. But yeah, no, okay. Like I think, okay, so Cobra's in the chat. He's saying the virtual Chicago Games is not a competition. Midwest Pipe Band Association ran a virtual solo contest last month, but that's separate. I think that, I don't know. I'm a stickler for the rules in some sense, and not in the rules of like pipe bandness necessarily, so much as like I didn't get to throw my event this year, right? Mm-hmm. This would have been the 16th annual Las Vegas Highland Games. Guess what? It didn't fucking happen. I put out a video on YouTube of entertainment and all that kind of stuff to kind of like give people something to like keep their mind on like, hey, yeah, it sucks, but here's some music. At least that'll fucking cheer you up. You can have a bev and enjoy it. Next year is going to be the 16th annual fucking Las Vegas Highland Games. Like, I'm not half-assing it and saying like. And one of the things that was you gotta. I mean, now obviously everybody knows everything had to be canceled, but back then there was a sliver of a chance that you could pull it off. And the deciding factor for us when we decided that we weren't going to do it was the quality of the event. We're like, hey, we're not going to half-ass something.
Your whole ass.
Yeah, well,
what is the saying?
You don't half-ass two things, whole-ass one thing. Right. Is the saying you're looking for. But no, like for us, it was just like, if we can't deliver an event that's up to the standard that we have created for ourselves and for our attendees and our participants and all that shit, we're just not going to do it. Like, we're not gonna try to say, oh, well, tune in online and you can watch soloists, or tune in and you can see all this crap. Like, I made that video completely separately from everything else. That was just me exerting all the energy that I would usually be putting into the games for a month after I knew it wasn't going to happen. I just think it's like, man, what's more important? Granted, I grew up in an entertainment town. I've worked in the entertainment industry. For me, it was very much like, oh, if you can't put on, if Celine Dion has a punctured lung, you don't live stream it just in case so that people think it's okay. Like, the show's not living up to the quality that you think it's going to be, so you fucking cancel the show and you do it again better.
Yeah.
But that's showbiz. Like, and I think there's a distinction to be made. I don't think people that do these kinds of events, I think they're so much more concerned about the legacy than they are about the quality. And it's concerning to me, but not terribly.
That doesn't mean I wouldn't say that that's wrong, though. Especially the longer the event, the more the legacy matters.
I've seen events that have been 157 years long, like Pleasanton, that are shit. They've been shit for the past 10 years. Like,
well, it makes it shit. It's the same. I
just don't think that you have you lose a competitive edge when you're like, it's more important that we have it than if it's good. Like if let's say, let me present you a scenario.
Okay.
Because this is all I did all day was fucking get presented scenarios. On August 30th, let's say, vaccine is being distributed.
Okay.
For COVID.
Right.
Restrictions will be lifted by October 1st on most everything. Would you still try to have the concert in November? If restrictions aren't completely lifted until October 1st, would you still try to have the concert at the end of November?
Yes. So let me just make sure I understand. Vaccine, August 30th, October 1st, everything goes back to normal.
Not back to normal, just restrictions are lifted.
Wasn't that back to normal?
No, it's never, there's no such thing as back to normal.
What does that
mean?
We're
never going back to normal.
What is restrictions lifted?
Restrictions are lifted. Can
I fill the place?
You can have 400, theoretically, you can have 400 people if they want to go.
So that's back to normal, as far as I'm concerned.
If they're willing to go back, you can have 400 people in the audience.
But when would I know?
When would you know what?
When would I know this?
You would know that there was a vaccine on August 30th. You would know that restrictions will be lifted on October 1st.
I would try. Yeah, absolutely.
You'd go for it, even though it might end up being just a terrible fucking thing?
Are you suggesting like people wouldn't show because they're still nervous? Is that the alternative?
Well, people might not show because they're not nervous. Also, are you going to be able to get a band in shape in 2 months?
Oh.
Think about all the factors here.
Okay, I'm with you. Well, if I got Ross Miller, I'll just fucking put him out for 2 hours.
Put him out for 2 hours?
Hey, Ross, guess what?
By the way,
2 hours, bitch.
You got to message him because Ali messaged me that he just talked to him the other day and he was excited about coming down in November.
Dude,
you should probably message Ross.
I haven't actually talked to Ross in a while, but
yeah, you should message him because Ali's like,
you talked to Ali recently?
Yeah, Ali was because I talked to him about coming on the show and Ali was like, "Oh yeah, Ross says he's coming down in November. He's super excited." I was like,
yeah, but he might have said that months ago.
I was like, he's not coming down.
Well, chances are it's not happening this year. It's very unlikely.
But that's when you get into the, like, is it more important to do it or is it more important to do it well? See, now you're seeing things from my angle, which I appreciate.
I get it. And I'm a do it well kind of person, generally speaking. I would be okay with, I mean, it wouldn't crush me to take the year off to like get it back together in a year. I mean, it's really just a giant ball of stress anyway, right? But I do enjoy having a good person out that can play, that can kick ass and play, and listening to them, and we have a good time. It's a great weekend. We have a great time.
But there's so many more parts than that. There's dancers, there's fucking music cues, there's slideshows, there's videos, there's getting the band whipped into shape, there's
the band whipped into shape is the whole thing.
There's selling tickets, there's merch, like
merch. We got no merch.
If you just want to have Ross out to fucking play at a pub with us,
I just want to have Ross out. Yeah. Let's just have him out.
That's a different thing.
That's a whole. Yeah, we'll put him up the rebar in the backstage.
And, I mean, we can skip past because the piping live online note we have here is like they're doing this pay-per-view format. It's all a money grab, dude. Like it's just a fucking group of people. Here's the thing that frustrates me. I'm glad Piping Live is still doing events. But what you have Piping Live, which is an event organized by an association that members and bands pay dues to, that none of those members and none of those fucking bands got to play anything this year because everything was fucking shut down. So their dues are just sitting in a bank account. And instead of saying, hey, members, bands, dues paying people, here we're doing Piping Live, and here's where you tune in and just fucking enjoy some sesh and whatever. They're saying, oh, by the way, if you want to watch this, it's £25, which is fucking bullshit, dude. Like who's
putting that on?
I'm assuming RSPBA does Piping Live.
I have no fucking idea.
This will be things Josh got wrong next episode, but it goes into this larger thing. Like I fucking paid my WSPA dues this year. No one's told me, hey, we're either going to comp you next year or we're going to refund you.
I've heard nothing from WSPA.
It's not a lot of money. It's fucking $40 or whatever. Like that doesn't
from a
bother me.
soloist standpoint, but even from a band standpoint, I've heard nothing. Like motherfuckers.
It's not a lot of money, but it's like, dude, you can do. It's one of those things where you can do right by your customer, right? Like,
yeah.
If it was me, as soon as shit started getting shut down, I'd be like, hey, I will either refund you or apply to next year. Which you want?
Yeah. They've said nothing. I've heard nothing.
That's because they're just trying to fucking pocket the cash, dude. It's the same fucking shit people are doing.
They're just trying to lay low and hope we forget. But guess what, motherfuckers? I don't forget.
If you're in a shit band, $300 is a lot of money.
I'm a New York Italian. I don't fucking forget you cocksuckers.
I think that's the thing.
I will go out of my way to end the whole thing.
It's like, what the fuck, dude? Just you have such an opportunity to do something great for everyone.
Yeah, you know how much goodwill you'd get by like
if
being
you're
proactive
like, hey,
about it.
Here's everything fucking free.
Back.
Here's your money back, or here's your money applied towards next
year. Free. Don't worry about it. We're gonna fucking try to take care of shit.
Yeah,
we'll find other ways to raise money. Go fucking find ways to raise money, you cunts. I don't know. It drives me fucking bananas, man.
But instead, they're just quiet, man. And it's fucking shady.
God damn.
Let's get some good news.
Let's go to something positive for fuck.
It's gonna be a long ass episode for you, bro.
But I always start with something negative. So should we want to go positive first or negative?
What's the ending? Is the ending negative or positive?
Which one's the ending?
8 and 9, baby. Which one's which?
8 is positive. 9 is negative.
Start with 9.
Start with 9. Okay,
and then you do both though. I've been talking too much.
Okay, so 9 is okay. So we were talking about this last week about how the drummers. What the fuck? What happened last week? Fuck.
We had an episode.
I was blacked out. I don't know. But so
you gotta stop blacking out on the show, man.
I know. So what happened was this. I put out a message.
I lost
saying,
the cap. We gotta drink the whole bottle.
Oh, I guess we're fucked. All right. So we put out a message on our band app, which was said,
"Oh
hey,
shit! Did we talk? We didn't talk about this. Oh, I thought you meant last week on the episode. We didn't talk about it.
No, we did. We did. Yeah. So what happened was this: Joe Brady is putting together this mini band contest for U.S. bands only. I believe it might be North America. I might get this wrong, but I believe it's U.S. bands only. He's
only bands that don't have a fucking monarch.
Not only did Cameron not get me Stephen McWhirter, but I got him this job. Playforsheets.com is judging this. So they're going to provide judges for the Joe Brady miniband contest. That's the sound.
This is why we no longer give anyone anything for free.
What are we gonna do?
The only person that gets free promotion is fucking Cobe. AR2 Drumming.
Yeah, Cobe. AR2drumming.com.
And that's not because we get kickbacks. That's just because he's a decent human being.
I like him, and he's fucking not a cunt. So anyway, so we talked about this last time. So we put out a message to our drummer saying, "Hey, man," I put out a message saying, "Hey, we have this mini band contest coming up in October, November. Can we get it together in time to at least make it? Let's just put it out. Let's have something to play for, man. All we need is 4 pipers, 2 snares, a bass, and a tenor. That's all I need." So this person who teaches our tenors wrote to me, and I won't say her name, but I want to accurately quote her. So give me 2 seconds.
But I know the name and a fantastic human.
Yeah, she's great.
One of my favorite people.
Cool person. Very cool. And she says this. It was so funny because I totally forgot about it until she contacted me. She's like, she said, "So just listen to this week's podcast, and you're talking about the." Oh, hold on. I don't want to say that. Hold on. You also didn't mention that. Oh fuck! Hold on. I can't say.
How are you gonna edit this? You're gonna live edit?
Hold on. I don't want to out her.
Fusco's Adventures in Live Bleeping. I like how you said the person who teaches our tenors, and you don't think that already outed them.
Well, nobody in the audience would know who she is.
Then who cares?
Okay, so she says this. Also, I knew you were going to mention that drummer group chat about the online contest. I saw it right away, and I even felt bad that nobody responded. We had nobody respond other than Tim. Not a single... Well, no, that's not true. One of our Phoenix people responded saying, "Hey, we're in for anything. We're in Phoenix. We're in for whatever you want to do.
We'll drive down
we'll do
to
whatever you want to do."
Yeah.
Then Tim said...
Granted, wouldn't you drive down...
You might want to text.
Wouldn't you drive down to record in 100-degree park to get out of fucking Phoenix?
It's 100 degrees there. It's 100 degrees
I would
there.
drag my ass across broken glass just to radio someone who wasn't in Phoenix.
But this is what's... Okay, so hold on. This is what's funny. She's just our tenor teacher. She lives in fucking Canada. She sees our messages. And she was like, I felt bad about that. Not a single fucking person, not a fucking soul, other than Tim and one of our tenors from Phoenix, commented about anything. Didn't say a goddamn word. Like, hey, I don't think it's possible. Maybe it's too soon. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You guys have been... But this is the thing. The drummers, I've been proud of them because they've been practicing all along.
Oh, they've been doing a lot better. They've learned...
They have not taken a break.
They've learned the music in 6 months that it took the Pipers 3 years.
3 years. Yeah, absolutely. Well, why can we not communicate?
I know there's Vegas Pipers that listen to the show, but guys,
seriously. You're still playing Molly Gone to Shore like a fucking cunt.
Let me tell you about Tuesday.
Oh God, I wasn't there for Tuesday.
Yeah,
Josh ran practice on Tuesday.
So Fusco, and I couldn't message you back in a timely manner because I was racing home. But yeah, so I ran Tuesday practice, and so how would you describe what we've spent July on?
Black Bear simplified version.
One tune. So we ran over it.
Very simplified.
I will say this: I've seen improvements of the four people. Of the 4 people that show up, I've seen improvements. But yeah, I had the conversation on Tuesday where I was like, okay, and well, what should we be prepared for next week? And I was like, you need to have this tune memorized and good. Like, we've spent a month on one tune. Most bands, you get a week.
Yeah. What did Aaron say? Remember, I asked him specifically, like, hey, guess what? Next week, guys, done.
Yeah,
it's done.
So I told him, I was like, your next. I told him, I was like, guys, we've spent all of July on this. Your next practice is August. I want this to be good. It doesn't have to be at fucking 100 beats per minute, but it has to be from memory and good. Mm-hmm. But whatever fucking tempo you can play it at, that's the fucking tempo you play it at.
Yeah.
But it has to be from memory and it has to be fucking good, or else I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
I'm blowing my mind up.
But yeah, it's just one of those things, man. Like I still think we should just fire everybody and start over.
We're getting there. It's coming to that.
It's not like it's a thing like, oh well, the people that are here are bad or blah blah blah. It's just complacency. I think it's become. I think
nothing to do with bad.
No, it's not. It's not bad. It's not bad or good. It's just like you've gotten used to the wrong culture, and to have a culture shift, we have to have a reset.
Yeah.
Like what you have been accustomed to for 2 years, 3 years, however long you've been in. Forget it. It no longer applies. The bomb went off. We're all underground. Like,
Yeah, all things are changed. All things
Like,
have
I need everyone to forget all of their prior experience and be like, guess what? Like, all that's fucking gone. We're zero. Reset button right now. Here's exactly what I expect. If you do not meet my standards, I want your kilt. I am going to be kilt hunting.
I kind of hinted at it when we had our meeting about a month ago, but we weren't very specific. I'm like, everybody's going to basically be re-earning their kilt because I'm tired of this nonsense.
Josh's job is going to be taking your kilt away.
We finally found a job for Pipe Sergeant Josh. He's going to take your kilt away.
So he's going to be like, nope. Dámela, por favor.
Oh my God. So, should we get this?
Let's get some good news. Is this part of the win, fail, or try?
It is the win.
Okay, then let's go right into win, fail,
We'll
etc.
start with win and we'll go with the others. So, all right. Probably everybody's heard this by now, but we're going to do it anyway.
This one I can actually probably do on mine if you
Yeah,
want.
if you want to go for it, yeah. So 2 weeks ago we had an episode where we talked to the drum sergeant of Waken District, and I blacked out about 10 minutes in, and we were supposed to play this. I have actually no idea if we actually played this on the show.
We did, yeah.
But only the 12 people that watched the live show.
I think we should clip some of that stuff for Patreon only audience.
We probably should.
Because
hilarious.
this is live chat. There's people in the live chat right now that definitely saw you black out and fall asleep.
Yeah, they saw it.
But anyway.
And Joe Brady commented, he's like, dude, like, what happened to that episode? I'm like,
oh, yeah. Joe's a patron. He'll see it.
Yeah, he'll see it eventually. But so anyway, this is the Keith Highlanders pipe band. Tim, who played in our band last year at the Vegas Games, and also San Diego.
Tim Hutchinson did Rockstar.
So he did this. I don't know who
he edited.
I don't know who.
The arrangement was different. I saw the press release on Pipe Strums. So the arrangement, I don't think he did the arrangement.
Probably Yuri Chisholm. Yeah. It's got to be Yuri doing this. But this is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, and so you won't be able to see it on the stream, but
you'll hear it.
Hopefully.
Well, I'm not hearing it.
What? Oh, it hasn't started yet, asshole.
I was like, what the fuck? That's Tim right in the front.
That's him, yeah.
Buy-in these motherfuckers got.
Little fake light leak.
But the buy-in, these guys went all over fucking Seattle to record this shit. That's Tim. You know what I got to say about that? Fuck you, Tim.
Let's move to Portland.
Fuck Tim. No, Seattle. Fuck
Seattle?
you, Tim. Listen, why the fuck did he come play with us? I don't understand. Like, his band is awesome.
Yeah, it's fucking good sesh, man. So we skipped right to the win. Do we need to go to the tries and fails?
Yeah, we gotta go backwards on this fucking nonsense. But okay, so the fail. Should we go fail first?
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's see fail and try, because try will have constructive criticism.
Yeah, the try is interesting. So the fail. All right, so I don't remember where I got this from, but I want you to see what this guy's doing.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn my computer so you can watch it. So this is a video from I'm not going to say who it is, but this is. Tell me what you see here.
I see electric bagpipes.
He's electric bagpipes, but he's teaching. Okay. What does he say? Hold on.
Why would you think my vision?
The short lesson is he's teaching the open D throw.
Okay.
What does open D throw mean? Do you know what that means?
No.
It's light D throw.
Okay. Yeah, I've always heard it as light D or heavy D.
Yeah, we call it light heavy. Some people call it open closed, but either way, same thing, right? Watch. Tell me if you notice anything.
Open D throw.
I noticed something.
Note that and then keep watching. Do you follow? Do we need any more?
No.
This guy is teaching people on the YouTube how to play a D throw.
And every single time he's doing a low hand note, he's keeping his pinky up on C's and D's.
Yes. This guy is a fucking idiot. So, listen, if you're out there and you're learning pipes and you go to fucking YouTube, you're a fucking moron. Do not go to YouTube.
Good shit. There's good shit on YouTube, but
yeah, go watch Stuart Little. No. So this
Stuart Little's not teaching you how to do a fucking D throw, but it's also like,
he did it differently. The first D throw he played it closed. He played the C closed. He played with the pinky.
And then the next time,
suddenly the pinky comes up. I'm like, what the fuck is going on the internet right now? That this guy is teaching how to play a D throw, and I want to fucking kill him. Like he's got this whole page.
Did you comment?
No, because I'm not an internet troll. I would never do that.
Well, you just comment and be like, hey, you're supposed to keep your pinky down.
Yeah, keep your fucking pinky down, you cunt. But he's
Source, like, bagpiping for 20 years.
For like 700 years. Yeah. Piper's paying it forward. He's like, listen, I appreciate what he's trying to do. Piper's paying it forward. Hey, this is how you play.
Is that the channel or?
That's, I don't know, but it says Piper's paying it forward. I'm not sure. But even if that's, whatever.
This is why fucking service bands can't play.
What was the first thing he did wrong, though? Before he even fucked up the pinky up thing.
God. Fuck. That was the first thing I saw was a pinky up thing.
Okay,
but
so the first thing he did was he did not play the D as a grace note. He played it as an open D.
Well, yeah, just da bum ba da da.
Da 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 da. That's not how you play D throw. You play a D grace note to C. Everybody on the planet that knows what they're doing plays a D grace note to C. That's how you play a D throw.
Wait, slow down to 100 times. Go. Well, that's my channel.
I don't want to do your channel.
Yeah, I don't want you to play mine either.
So, yes, D grace note to fucking C. That's how you play a D throw, you cunt. Even if you're playing a heavy throw, which you just did, you still play a D grace note to C. Or D grace note to low G. It's the fucking same goddamn thing. This is the problem with the internet. It's like you got fucking this guy who's paying it forward wrong and teaching everybody wrong.
I still remember having a conversation. I had a conversation with a person who was taught in a fire band, and they were like doing their damnedest to do like a heavy D. And I was like, just don't do it. I was like, do a light D. And they're like, well, I learned this way. I was like, yeah, but you're not even doing that right. I was like, that's a harder movement. Do the easier movement correctly, because that's what 99% of fucking light music is going to be.
Right.
Like, don't.
If you're gonna err on the side of caution, go with the light fucking throw.
Well, always do it.
You should know both, but
you should know both. But realistically, like when we're in the band, we only teach light throws. Like bum ba la bra. Like we don't do the da bre da bre. Like we don't do any of that shit anymore. Yeah. You should. I know how to do it, but I don't fucking play it normally.
I can do both.
Yeah,
and that's the point.
But like I tell students, I'm like, just fucking play a light throw because that's all you're ever gonna play. If tell you what, once you learn how to fucking play anything else, I'll teach you a heavy throw. That's so far down the fucking line for you. Like,
fair enough. So you should click on the try because you also can play the video for that.
Okay.
And this is the thing I wanted to talk about as from a video standpoint. Oh, wait. I think it should let you in. So we were tagged in this week, and I think this is very...
Oh, is this the comedy
yes.
bit? Yeah,
it's very,
I like this one.
Very reminiscent of what we used to do as the Las Vegas Pipe Band, which I appreciate because it's quite good, but I want to analyze it from a comedy standpoint.
All right, here we go. Finally, band practice. Good to have everybody back. They might be a little bit rusty. But
Can you stop touching your face?
I don't remember which band this is that did this.
anyway, so
College of Piping,
as
something
I
or
was
other.
saying, good
Celtic
feedback.
Performing
Things are
Arts.
going to be a little bit different. We'll all got used to it, right?
Can I go wash my hands?
Where are the bass and tenors?
It's very similar to the early day shit.
Early days. Big time.
Sorry.
Chris, hi.
Oh, hey now. Who's that chick?
As long as
I didn't think you wanted to see
What
me.
the fuck are you doing?
I didn't do anything.
Hold on, start over.
I didn't do anything. It's freaking out. Dude, you gotta keep in mind, Facebook is like the world's worst fucking video player. All right, edit this part out.
It's fine.
Ding. Because if you scroll, it just autoplays something else.
Right, that's true. So the college of piping.
Finally, band practice. Good to have everybody back. Things are going to be a little bit different. We'll all got used to it, right?
Can I go wash my hands?
where are the bass and tenors?
How long do I have to wear these things?
As long as it takes. Oh yeah, I'm also going to need you to use these.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's just, distancing.
My hands? Can I go wash them?
Yeah, go. Where are those tenor drummers?
That is
They'll be
so
out in a
true.
minute. They're just getting ready.
In the fucking
Okay,
balls.
good. What are you doing?
I'm just getting ready.
Okay. Oh, good. The tenors are here.
Chris, I think
Canadians?
this is a little
Canadians,
bit
yeah.
extreme.
I feel like this is the safest
You
option.
can tell because they have no sense of timing.
Chris,
but
The timing's
I feel
terrible.
You feel safe.
but the
Now let's see how the flourishing looks. in
We'll
these.
get
the
to the
execution is
Execution is great, yeah.
Are those Lysol wipes?
I forgot my earplugs.
You want some? Yeah.
Okay, here it comes.
A little more.
I'm beginning to feel dizzy.
Okay, go sit down.
I feel like it's been forever since I washed my hands.
Chris, I dropped my pool noodle.
I think I just lost my hearing.
And that's it for this week. See you again next Wednesday.
This
trying to get in the car.
we'll definitely post this if you guys can't see this. So I want to analyze
Okay.
this from a comedic standpoint because I have lots of thoughts. It's quite good.
It's fucking good.
It's quite good.
Yeah, it's
I'll
fucking
give these
good.
guys credit. Nobody has done this since us.
No.
This is the first video I've seen since.
and it
Las Vegas
emulates some early LVPB stuff.
Oh, it definitely, absolutely does, which I think is brilliant. So, a couple of comedy points. Let's talk about this.
Okay.
One, what I loved about it is as it goes on, it gets more and more
Absurd.
and
Yes.
crazy,
Yes.
and the nonsense amps up from a speed standpoint. Like things keep happening and happening and as
bad,
it goes
bad,
on,
it's like, what
it
the
gets
fuck?
worse and worse as it goes
The
on.
commitment to props as well is phenomenal.
Props, phenomenal. Yep, absolutely. So let's talk some criticisms.
Okay.
It's all in the edit. This points
in the
out
edit.
how critical editing
But
is.
I'm also going to give away secrets here because these are things that I learned in the early days. I will happily give away
Go ahead.
to anyone because I want to see more shit like this.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
so happy to see somebody else do this.
I always want to see more shit like this. Things I will say about criticisms of the edit. One, constant power, constant gain, and room noise are your friend. The only
Keep
reason
them similar. Yeah, they changed.
the only reason that the cuts are so jarring is because there's no blend. There's no blend between.
Yeah, you
like,
hear-
it's angle, bah, 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 bah.
You hear different sounds.
And there's an easy way to do that. And no matter what your editor is, always shoot. And we learned this, always shoot past whatever the line is. So you have that noise to then mix. Then you crossfade it. So there's always a consistent background noise of just street noise or whatever. Just meh. Then as you're changing angles, the audio is not jarring because people think that video issues will be the first thing that knock you out of a bit.
Oh, it's the audio.
Audio.
Always.
It's always audio.
Yep.
As soon as you have jarring cuts between audio, you can have jarring cuts between fucking clips. Look at every orange and blue action movie made in the past 7 years. The action sequences are impossible to follow. It's 17 camera angles and they cut every 3 seconds and it's the same movement 4 times. It's like old school Steven Seagal shit.
Yeah, but you follow the idea of what's happening.
But the audio doesn't go.
Yeah. That's what throws.
Audio is a big thing. Yeah. And the trick with audio is always overshoot, right? Like start, hit record, wait, action, wait, line, wait, cut, wait.
Right. Yeah.
You end up with longer clips, but that's how you have to have that room to blend. If you're crossfading something, you need an extra 3 seconds so that the clips can blend into each other. If you just, as soon as someone hits their line, give me this hand sanitizer, cut. You can't cut that into the next clip because there's not enough room noise next to it.
Yeah.
So that's one just technical criticism.
Here's one thought I had.
The shots themselves were actually pretty well framed.
Pretty well.
Yeah.
And they did a pretty good job overall. One thing I would have done, the thing at the end, like one, they had no bumpers. They had no like identification of who they
Subscribe,
were until the bass drum showed up.
Well,
and I didn't know who they were until the bass drum showed up.
Like the thing that they're going to run into is this is going to get shared a billion times.
And nobody knows.
No one's going to know who the fuck they are.
Yeah, exactly. Until the bass drum shows up. But if you're looking for it. So what I would have done is one, have a bumper at the beginning, have a bumper at the end. But the one that really stands out to me is like the gag at the end of the chick trying to get in the car is great.
Yeah.
You should have had that after the bumper. Like have a bumper like, hey, we're the College of Piping, whatever the fuck they are, and then cut to this her trying to get in the car.
Always.
That's fucking
Also have something at the beginning that's like, you don't have to post the thing you run into and you're like, okay, I put a new band practice at the video title. But people scrolling along aren't going to see that.
They flow through it.
The other thing that I will say as a technical thing, in addition to like make sure your audio blends, one seamless audio transition from each clip to the next, so that you don't get those like kind of transitions when it's cutting, is overact. Like they committed 100% to the props,
to the idea, the props,
but
and stuff,
they didn't.
They're really quiet.
Yeah, they were very restrained, and we had this in a lot of our earlier videos. Like I remember having the conversation with you 100 times back in the day of like, overdo it. If you feel like you're doing 150,
you're still not good enough.
It's going to come across as 90 to the audience.
Correct.
Right? Like you have to be like, what? Oh my God. Like you got to really overdo it.
Yeah, big time. I think that's important.
Granted, it's fucking pipers and drummers, dude. Like, it's not like we've had this when we tried to use people in skits before. Like,
it
reminds me
really
when
hard.
Remember we had Jason and like trying to get, I was like, no, like overdo it. Like ham it up, dude. Trust me.
Like go balls to the
because
wall.
When it's in the video, like if you do it 100%, it's going to be 70 and you're going to look stiff. You have to do like 150% and then come down. You have to Robin Williams it
right
to come down to like a Joaquin Phoenix.
Robin Williams was 250%. You want to be like 150%. Yeah.
But no, I mean, it's fucking great that people are doing this shit again. I've never seen anyone do shit like this aside from us.
In forever. Not ever.
And
probably.
It's fucking funny.
It's pretty good.
The fucking bit where the drummer's dropping the drumsticks because they're over hand sanitized. Like,
but the one chick that keeps asking, I feel like it's been forever since I washed my hands. We're gonna get that.
It's gonna be the same
pipe
thing.
bands. You're gonna
Can
have
I
that
wash
one,
my hands? Can I wash
You're gonna
my
have that one chick that's gonna walk away, and the part where he's like, "Yeah, go do it, do it." I can't tell you how many times before this I've been in that situation where somebody's like, "Oh, I gotta go pee. I gotta go do this. I gotta go do that." Yeah, like just go fucking do it. Why are you driving me nuts?
Yeah,
like his reaction, the pipe major, whoever he is,
go.
It's like, God damn it. Yes, go.
No, it's a fucking great bit.
It's a great bit. I love it. There could have been better comedy timing, but in general, that was very good.
It's fucking first video they've done, hasn't it? Isn't it? Like,
probably. I mean, I've never heard of them doing anything.
Strong angles, like good writing.
Good writing. They had dumb props with the fucking social distancing.
Props, the props were the fucking
very good.
Props took it home.
Yeah, I put it in try.
Commit to the script as much as you commit to the props. Yeah. You put it in a try, but I count this as a win because
it's a win. But try was like because there's some things that they could have done better, but like in the end, it was a very.
But constructive criticism, though, it's not like, oh fuck you, you should have never done this. It's like,
you guys are shit.
It's like, guys, do this again. Just take these 3 things
and be a little better about it.
Yeah, take these 3 things, incorporate them, and then literally just make more stuff. Because I will watch it happily.
Yeah, man. I was very happy to see what they were doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, this made me chuckle. This is
it was good. It was a good bit. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that one, and yeah, it's fucking good.
Yeah. So, Good job, guys. Whoever you college of piping, whatever the fuck you guys are.
We gotta get the actual name. This is why you should have a bumper so we know who the fuck you are.
Exactly.
You just white text on a black background, man.
Yeah, man.
Always Sunny's been doing it for 6 years.
Super easy. Let us know who you are. Like, be proud of who you are. You know what I mean?
But thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to all of our patrons who were hanging out for this extended live stream. I hope you had some fun. We'll hang out if y'all have any questions, or I'm assuming y'all want to fuck off and go to bed.
I'm welcome.
But either way, Fusco, I'm just gonna, you know what?
Play us out. Play us out, motherfucker!
You should make the title "The End of an Era." That's super clickbaity.
We quit.
I think "End of an Era" is vague. The end of an era.
Heineke gave me a good idea. One of his ideas. McGregor was never won a Grand Slam. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea too.
We didn't really talk about that.
God, that would so troll him. Though.
It's way too clickbaity. We never talked about it. We could put that on an episode.
We did. I totally said that. Since Steve McGregor's never won a Grand Slam like Aaron McLean has 3 times.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the topic of the shit.
No, but who cares? It'll get his attention. It'll be like, God.
All right, ready?